Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakbadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel, starting up with 144,000, which shall be the ruling governing body in the kingdom of heaven. And you also have a lot of the elect here in America, a large multitude of believers, which will be men, women, and children. They'll be saved on this side. Right, 2/3 of our people will be destroyed here in America. You also have the rebels that are scattered abroad in different countries on earth that will be destroyed, and you have the elect that's scattered abroad that will be saved. Of you 12 tribes, you Israelites, who the world willingly and ignorantly calls so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian, Guatemalans, Panamanians, Cubans. We are the Israelites, contrary to what the world wants to believe. Right, this is your brother Yeremia Kambeketcha with a quick lesson from End Time Headlines. As y'all can see, I have an article on the screen. It says thousands of protesters storm Manhattan, calling for global intifada. Right, so I'm gonna read what this says. It says thousands of anti-Israel demonstrators reportedly flooded Manhattan Saturday afternoon, calling for a global intifada. A slogan many view as an incitement to violence against small-head communities, Jewish communities, which you're not the people, man. You know, this is actually prophecy, man. You know, it's prophecy that these things will happen. This is how you know the Lord's coming back, right? Which these things have been happening, protests, people, you know, marching against their government. Let me get it in 2nd Esdras 9, right? You know, we're at that time, Esau. You know, your kingdom's going down, and you ain't gonna be ruling for that much longer. Right? This is 2nd Esdras 9 and verse 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world in which he made, which is Yahweh Shemel. Right, and we are measuring the time diligently. What does it mean to measure? It means to pay attention to what's happening on the news around the world and see, you know, where those prophecies are in the scriptures, and bring them out, right? And those prophecies in the scriptures, right? Verse 3 says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, which those have been happening, and all throughout Babylon, America, you know, Europe, Asia, China, and uproars." That's what this is. "Of the people in the world, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." So this has, you know, been prophesied to happen. You know, uproars, protests, like I had just said. People mad at their government, people mad at the powers that be, right? You know, you can't keep ruling if the people that you're ruling over don't like you. Eventually they're going to fight back, and it is going to lead to violence, right? And then these devils know that, and they want that to happen. You know, it's a lot of division going on. You know, and we know the scriptures say, hey, let's get Mark 4. Mark 4. Let me see. Right? We know what's going to happen, man. Let me get it. Salakia. Mark 3, Salakia, Mark 3. In 24 it says, "And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand." Here's the real point. Which these are all points, but you know, this devil is Satan. People that's ruling the Edomites and the small hats, they Satan. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. You got a lot of their own people bringing out the truth against who they are. They telling you who the real Israelites are, who the chosen people are. Which they don't call themselves Israelites, they call themselves Israelis or Jewish. They're not the people, man. And the whole earth knows this. Like I said, you have a lot of rabbis coming out and telling you that Babylon's going to be destroyed. They're telling you that they're not even the real people. They're telling you that they're converts, they're Ashkenazis. You have go look up this information. A lot of books that brothers and elders use that expose who they are, that tell you who we are, the Israelite, tell us that we Israelites, rabbis wrote these books, men that claim that they're the people of the Most High, man. So, but this is really because of the, we'll just say, because a lot of stuff they've been doing to the Palestinians, which they all fighting over that land that's not even theirs. Neither one of the Palestinians or the small hats are the people over there. They're not supposed to be over there. So, good that this is happening, because it's going to cause violence to break out, all hell to break loose, and it's going to cause this man to lock this place down, because we know that those Edomites, the Jewish, those are that's the hierarchy of the Edomites. They rule and own everything. All these big ass corporations that own all the banks, major gas companies, major sports networks and news networks. They all Jewish, all of them. So you think they're gonna let this keep happening? No, that's why they got them troops in the streets and stuff. Because they know people know about who they are and where they come from. All right, and they're not gonna have that. And we the ones that they really try to come after, because we the ones that's coming up against them the most, because we got the truth. Starting with GMS, man. But they're gonna try to get all the Israelites, not just GMS, but we the ones bring out the truth of what's really going on and who you actually are. And right, you got your own people bringing it out too, but they're not gonna go after them as much, but they gonna go after them too, right? But but like I said, this is prophecy, man. You can't keep ruling and no one having these people know the reality of what's going on and what's about to happen. They know that you won't care about the rest of these Edomites. They know that, all right, and they're not getting a slice of the pie. They're not even getting benefits like you are, right? Let me get this. This is Job 20 and 27, and it reads, it says, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, right, and the earth shall rise up against him. You see that? This is the earth rising up against these small hats, man. And the elite Edomites, right? The wicked, they are in rulership. All you Edomites are wicked. Even if you're not a part of the elite club, you're all wicked. Right? And you got a lot of people that still believe that they're the people after all this shit is going on. You got war, uprisings, protests, people hating you and wanting to take you out because of what you've been doing, because it's been found out. They tired of, you ain't gonna never not have war as long as the wicked is in power, man. That's why the scriptures tell you in Proverbs. Let's get that. Proverbs 29 and verse 2, it says, when the righteous are in authority, which is the Israelites, the real people of the Yahweh Shemel Shai, right, the people rejoice, but the wicked, when the wicked bear the rule, the people mourn. Right, the wicked are in rulership, the Edomites, the so-called white people, man. Which you got everyday white people that's working 9 to 5 jobs, that's not rich, but you're still the wicked. It's mainly the elites and the top ones doing it. But you're not gonna ever have peace on earth, man, because of who's in power. Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. That doesn't mean it's just given to a select few. They have the power, most of the power, but it doesn't matter. Your regular, average, everyday Edomites, they uphold this kingdom. And you're not going to give all the land, all the jewelry, all the documents, all the relics, all the things that actually belong to people that's native to this land, which are a lot of, the so-called Hispanics and the Americans. You're not going to give this land back and give Judah back his stuff. You ain't going to do that because you're the wicked, right? So this is glorious, man. This is glorious. And somehow we're gonna be looped into this. Like we the ones out there protesting and marching. Of course, I'm not gonna be surprised if you have some dumbass Israelite camps that go along with this shit, and they put it all on us. And these people are not even penalized for it, because we the real threat. We ushered in the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, and them people don't even believe in Jesus, man. So, hey, man. Get ready for the Lord to bring you in, man. Let me get this scripture and I'll end off. Isaiah 34 verse 5, it says, for my sword should be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, upon the people of my curse, to judgment. Right? Which Idumea is Esau. It's a Greek word for Esau. You small hats, and you regular everyday white people. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood, and it is made fat with the fatness and the blood of lambs, and the fatted kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Bosra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the land of Idumea is mainly America, but it's everywhere where you Edomites are at, you know. So hey, and then that sword made the heavens, talking about the missiles, man. That's why this place is gonna get destroyed and completely annihilated off the earth. So hey, your end is here, man, and you can't do nothing about it. All you can do is bring that sword. So with that, I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders of Boston Grand Millstone. Until next time, I want to say Bible Ball. Shalom.